My memory is really bad because this was like 2 years ago, and I was in Outpost buying a minicopter.
Okay.
And I remember someone saying Doctor's Disrespect got banned from Twitch because he was messaging underage girls on Twitch.
Why he said that?
But now you're probably thinking, what in the world does Chris have to do with all of this? To say the least, you're wrong and right at the same time. However, there's a very sketchy personality involved in this story, also known as Shadman. Shadman was a normal guy until he decided to attend an art university in Switzerland to pursue his passion for art. A new question arises. How are Ava and Shadman linked? Well, the answer to this is another drawing by Shadman. It depicts a young girl wearing a "Please be patient, I have autism" cap, pointing a gun at her mouth. She has a fidget spinner as an earring and a spade tattoo on her thigh that says BBC. However, something messy was going on behind the scenes. In this Mr. Beast video, you'll notice a very familiar thing at the 9 minutes and 30-second timestamp. From what I believe, keeping illegal art in the bedroom isn't normal at all. The shocking thing is that Mr. Beast and Chris were roommates during that time.
Alright Cody, let's have an uncomfortable conversation. Someone has been alleging for years now that you, one of the largest commentary creators on YouTube, knowingly committed a crime against her when she was a minor. But YouTubers and viewers alike are ignoring and discrediting these allegations solely because the person making them happens to be an unlikable woman online, Tana Mojo.
Smallest you've ever had sex with?
Oh my god, do no one look at me, Cody Cole.
I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say
I hooked up with Cody Cole when I was 17 and he was 25.
Apparently, it's not even apparent. It's here clear as hey, in 2021, just got caught talking to a minor who was 17 years old, and it's just annoying when happen and come up my name every time, bro. I get connected in situations. Come relax, bro. Apparently in 2021, was caught talking to somebody that's not the age of consent. Gets bad because she lied about her age. She said she was 19. She ended up saying her age. Said she was 17. Right at that moment, you're supposed to stop texting. Right at that moment, you're supposed to drop all conversation. Anything that's below the age of consent, you're not supposed to talk to them.
So in the last 3 months or so, content creators all over the YouTube landscape are getting exposed for being despicable human pieces of trash, and rightfully so. Ava Chris Tyson, Dr. Disrespect, Kai Cenat's cameraman, Cody Ko, and there's probably more, it's just not coming to me right now. These situations are all bad and they should not be underplayed in any way, but I want to come out and say, none of this is shocking to me. If we've learned anything from Hollywood, it would be that fame brings out the worst in people and power brings out the worst in people. I personally tend not to get shocked too often about things because my brain constantly tries to understand the nuance of like everything, even pointless stuff. Like I will just focus on the probability and just run a mental precision to determine percentage to determine the odds of something occurring. And if that calculation is high, I'm less likely to be shocked. What do I mean by that? Let's run the calculation, shall we? What does Kai Cenat's cameraman, Cody Ko, Dr. Disrespect, and Ava Chris Tyson have in common? They are part of or are a large content creation platform. They have influence over a large audience or in connection to one, and I add these little side tidbits because Kai's cameraman's essentially a nobody, so I'm sorry. And most importantly, they have an audience that ranges usually from anywhere from 13 to 25, which most of them are probably like 13 to 18. That would be the range, I would argue, that is mostly watching their content. So the majority of fans messaging these guys are probably underage. So the girls are also underage. And this is where it gets weird because the correlation around these stories seem to be that most of these acts are done with someone who is 17 years old. I say it gets weird because of the whole argument of if he or she is one day before 18, is it wrong? And I believe this argument tends to come up because of the whole legal argument diminishing. They are becoming an adult, so that's no longer kind of in question, but we are just left with the moral one. Is she or he morally old enough to consent, taking into the fact that there's only one day for them to mature? And you know what the answer is? The answer is it doesn't matter. Like, what the frick are we talking about here? She is 17. She is not 18. You cannot do it. It is weird for you to wait. It absolutely is. Yes, but at the end of the day, that is literally what you are supposed to do. You are supposed to wait. So there's no excuse for these creeps. They either should have waited, as weird as that sounds, or just go for someone who is of age. You're freaking famous. I never understand these situations, man. Like, when we factor all these things in, the impressionable fans, the age range, the power dynamic, and the slippery slope argument that's used by most of these guys to justify their actions, right? It's not that shocking to hear a story like this come up when you really think about it. When we take all these things in and we do that mental percentage, it's in somewhere around 70%. So I'm not gonna sit here and be shocked when something like this comes out. There's probably dozens and dozens of more of these situations waiting to come out in the woodworks. We just need a person who is just open enough to come out, or maybe they broke and they need some money. Just wait, the floodworks are opening up. And please understand, guys, I am not saying this is good, nor am I justifying this. I am saying all the pieces are set in place for these guys in order for this to occur, right? And it's a real testament of someone's character when they are given power and the first thing they do is abuse it. I'm gonna dig in a little bit deeper on why these guys deserve no leeway, guys, and then I want to go into why ultimately it's the audience's fault. It is our fault ultimately. But you know what always loses me is the fact that, they have hundreds or thousands of people messaging them, girls messaging them of all ages, 18 and onwards, going up, right? Just going up from 18. And if we go back to that slippery slope argument, they believe 17 and 18 is about the same, right? Why not message an 18-year-old then? Right? Like, if you like them young, why not just message an 18-year-old? What makes you want a 17-year-old? Like, I feel like it's some sort of sick power trip, like some type of Diddy shit. You guys get what I mean? Like, these guys probably have had sex with a bunch of legal adult women, right? But they got bored and they wanted to, fight on the line. They want to fight on the edge. And I'm very happy to say that they got their ass spun kick right the fuck out of it, because calm the fuck down, buddy. How about you just go practice abstinence or something? Go take a break. Leave the kids alone. Just leave them alone. It's not hard. You got money, you got cars, you got all this shit that people are just begging for, and you gotta go mess with kids, bro. You guys are fried. There's no justification for this. They deserve the full extent of an L. I understand the whole age argument that I'm even trying to throw out here, but that's no justification. It's no justification at all. Okay, so why is it our fault? It's our fault because we have collectively normalized being shocked about serious things for about 2 minutes. And then we go on to the next video. And I am not steering away from fault. I do YouTube. It's literally my job to pump out new viral moments as they come out. But overall, the internal feeling towards these situations has kind of numbed down for most people when you really think about it. Like, I'm still shocked that bridge that fell in Baltimore or whatever, I can't even remember where it happened, fell down with like hundreds of cars on there, and I didn't even hear a peep after the day it happened. Like, bro, that is like almost 9/11 level, and I'm not trying to level them one to one, but it's a very serious situation that would shock individuals, and it got less runtime than the Hawk Tuah girl. The world is toast. Now, in conclusion, do I think these people are PDF files? No. As much as we can say 17 is underage, me personally, since it is so close to the legal age, I can't mentally deem them the same as someone chasing after a 12-year-old or someone even younger, right? It is just too far across on the spectrum. But we can call them alien versus predators. I would say so, based on the evidence we have dug up. With all the influence as big as they are, this isn't something that should be underlooked, right? Dr. Disrespect just came out to the internet, I think just like after about shy of a month, and he posted him playing chess. Like, what are you trying to say? You want to fight over people accusing you for messing with a minor? Like, what do we expect? This dude dresses up like a douchebag for a living, so I'm not gonna read too deep into it. But holy crap, read the fucking room, brother. I don't know, guys. I didn't want to do a deep dive or anything. There's thousands of videos on all of these topics that you can find on YouTube. I just wanted to give my overall take on it, and that's about it. I'm not shocked. That's my take. I'm just genuinely not shocked, to be honest. I am a firm believer that 70% of YouTubers who are like essentially made, are losers, and I'll tell you why I think that. I'm not going to go on and tell you I'm cool, but I will say I'm very social, and I love being online, but you're always gonna find me doing something outside, planned with people, overstaying by myself. And a lot of these famous YouTubers are famous because they didn't have many friends or friends at all. They were sitting at home on their PC anyways, and they put pen to paper since they were shut-ins, and it allotted them the time to master their craft and develop an audience online, which is good for them, genuinely. But most of them tend to lack social skills because of that, and they generally never spoke to girls prior to this fame, so they are easily influenced to give into unruly desires, right? Since they have never had an opportunity to execute their desires till then, like a kid in a candy shop. And that's my analysis of the situation, or just of YouTubers in general that fall into this situation. I'm not justifying anything, I'm just making an observation. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Should all of these people lose their fame and not be able to create content, or whatever, she was 17 and you know, she had what was coming. Yo bro, if any of y'all picked that second one, I swear to God, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. Take it easy, my guys.
I like booty.